BYOD, 1994, an HP LX200. It's got 128 kilobytes of data storage on there. How did I survive with that little amount of data? But it's nothing new. The difference is today that we live in a connected world. And it's the connection and the security required around that that makes it different today about how we engage in the future of business. And maybe some of the things we talk about, smarter, faster, better. Many years ago, I ran Terabyte Interactive. We developed the Virtual Spectator for the, and you see the America's Cup out there. The next winner of the America's Cups outside there is that we didn't have faster then. We had dial-up modems. Dial-up? Does anybody remember that? So we couldn't be faster, so we had to be smarter and better. And I think if you think about some of the things that we have to do today, it's not about faster sometimes, and sometimes that helps, but it's thinking outside the square about how we can make a difference to our business and our customers and drive change that they can accept and grow. And I guess one of the other things is that we start to move at pace in business, we also have to be more and more accurate. One little mistake today, at pace over time, is a big mess in the future. So we've got to get it right. And that's why big data and the analytics is going to mean that we make the right decisions at the right time based on the right information. And what I just want to do is take you through 5 inputs we use to develop the sessions we've got next, because I think it's important you understand the context of why we've brought the solution elements together for the BizGo session. First thing is, this is about your business, not about our technology. We don't want to stand up here and talk about all the bits and bytes and acronyms and so on. This is about your business. The whole process here is for us to engage with you. Because the only way we can make it about your business is to understand your business, to enable us to figure out what are the right solutions. And what is the right time for you? Because there's one thing about timing. If you're too early, you're too early. What your timing is in your business will vary. And it's not just about your business, it's about New Zealand business. Yesterday, or Tuesday, we heard from the minister, we have to grow GDP. We heard actually from Alcatel-Lucent, who suggested that the $1.5 billion investment would increase our GDP by $6.5 billion. But if we listen to the sessions this afternoon and help change the way we do business and make New Zealand more productive and more competitive, that will increase GDP. We have to do it for New Zealand, number one. Number two, we've got to change the language we talk. And I'd challenge that next year we do this. I'd like 2,000 people in this room, because I'd like you all to bring your marketing manager, your HR manager, your sales manager, your finance manager, everybody, because everybody in business needs to understand how this can change. They shouldn't be scared by ICT. There is opportunity to be had. So I guess the language of business, when we talk to executives, the 3 things they see important are growth. I heard a great presentation by Murray Tom shortly, about 6 months ago, who said, business is simple. Keep your customers, add new ones. Right? And there's lots of ways you can use social networking and other things to grow business. How can you become more efficient? And we have to become more efficient as a business, but how could New Zealand, who's distant from the rest of the world, in the real world, but in the virtual world of video, conferencing, telepresence, can bring the world closer to us and build an export economy? Don't let the exchange rate get in the way. We have to build greater export. And the final thing, I guess, a lot of people think about, how can we keep this running? And we had the question about the cloud. How can I keep us safe and available in a world that is always reliant on being connected and having access to the right information at the right time? Number 3 is, maybe you need to think differently. And I guess if you think about this, the way we think today is not the way we need to think tomorrow. And the thinking that's got us where we are in today's IT architecture, in many ways we have to think the exact opposite, because our people don't work in offices. They work anywhere. They work anywhere in the world, and our customers can also be anywhere in the world. So think differently. Since I've been in this industry for 30-odd years, I guess you've seen change in the PC, the internet, Y2K, social networking, smartphones, mobility, and all of these things have, in many cases, we suddenly wake up and realize that social networking and Twitter may actually be useful. How can we look at these changes and understand what will make a difference to our business and take control of them before they can take control of us? And I've just been reading this book, The Physics of the Future. This guy's a Nobel laureate, and he talks about technology in the next 100 years. In the first third of the book, he talks about technology in the next 30 years, and he tells you, and I can tell you exactly what's going to happen. You know why? Because it's already been invented. He talks about Google Glass. He talks about glasses that you can turn on for a VDU. 7 years ago that he used those, and currently they'll be available next year from Google. So I encourage you to read books like that because it gives you some insight into when Bill Gates said you won't need more than 640K, he wasn't seeing that far into the future, I guess. And then finally, the fifth thing is, I guess in partnership, one of the things that we do in our business is we use the scale of our capability with our partners. We use their education programs to help educate our people. And one of the great things we have in the room today, your client managers are all trained in a thing called PSI, Planning for Strategic Investment. That's a really great structured way of being able to help work out what is the best decision for your business based on your user, your applications, your business process, and the technology infrastructure you have.